Hi, this is Manu.
Hi, this is Steen.
And today, Steen, you're going to talk to us about social media and fake news. What can you tell us about this big issue?
Yeah, so again, I'm trying to give an overview of some of the issues associated with data ethics. And the social media is a new invention based on the internet and based on big data and AI. And fundamentally, well, there are many things in play, but sort of very simplistically, you choose your circle of friends. And your circle of friends is, to a great extent, also determined by people. You choose your friends, determine whether they agree with you on many fundamental issues.
Yeah, it's true.
And that means that there is a tendency already from the onset that we form echo chambers, so that if two of us, we're in the same group, we agree on most issues, then we reinforce each other in how we see the world. However, there's something, and this is also how it is in the real world, but in the real world we meet many other people all the time. So we're confronted with different perspectives. Now, as we move into these social media, then there is also something much more sinister at play, because biologically we have evolved from gatherers and hunters and gatherers, and we have developed these intricate social skills where something we call moral outrage is a very important part of enabling a group to cooperate. That means that if I do something wrong, then you'll be morally outraged and you'll inform me about I'm doing something wrong. But there will be a risk involved with that, as Molly Crockett, a psychologist who's been studying these things in detail, can tell us. When you're in social media, then the consequences of moral outrage disappears. And since our reactions, whether we like things, whether we share things, whether we respond to things, is mainly controlled by emotions and not by facts, then, and since moral outrage is one of the strongest emotions we have, then what gets most likes, what gets most shared, and what get most common are these things that really rattle our feelings. Is then amplified in these echo chambers. Then you get people, different groups of people that believe that the world simply is a different place. My perspective is completely different from your perspective. And in these groups, since you don't hear any contradictions, because everybody seems to agree, these stories, they are being amplified because they induces big feelings. That's where fake news, I think fake news have always existed, but this is where fake news is being amplified in a major way because of these new technologies, and because we have not yet imposed rules, ethical rules, but also there has to be imposed algorithms that can fact check some of the crazy things that are being generated.
Absolutely. But this happens, for example, in politics. Is something so crazy, where people is talking about their ideas, and there is someone who said, well, I think the opposite, or I think that you are not right. Then the rest of the people start to attack the person that don't think like the rest of the group. And it's very aggressive, and it's something that is growing and growing on social media, right?
And then what happens is that this person that has a different opinion is being thrown out of the group. So that now the group is in consensus.
And can be insulted and can receive a lot of aggressions. All of us have seen that in several times.
But that means that our society is being polarized because we have a growing divergence of groups that can't talk to each other anymore, which is crazy and which is very dangerous. So it is urgent that we impose ethical codexes for how we do this as well. These are upgrading our social technologies, but also adapting our physical technologies. For instance, there has to be transparency about how the algorithms work, and they have to be regulated in a way so it counters this.